Hello and welcome back, everyone. You are watching Games Done Hitless. Stay tuned all weekend as Team Hitless showcases a weekend of hopefully hitless showcases and races, all benefiting the American Heart Association. We are live until Sunday, October 6th, every day starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, if I could speak, here on twitch.tv/gamesdonequick. We just had Lies of P, and if you missed that, you can catch the VOD later on youtube.com/gamesdonequick. Speaking of, we have a $50 donation from that runner, Moretna. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend checking out the VOD when you have a moment. It was a fantastic run. But we are here preparing for another fantastic run. Deadeyeeee, you want to tell us a bit about it?
Sure. So today we are going to be, like I said, watching a DLC showcase no-hit. So we're going to be showing off all of the DLC bosses, including running sections, right? This isn't a boss rush. So it's about 2.5 hours of just all DLC, super hype, a lot of action. So like I said, kynderslime is one of the best. I believe, Kynder, correct me if I'm wrong, you were the first person to do all remembrances in the DLC Hitless in the community?
Yeah, all remembrances and all legends.
Correct. So if we could get anyone during Games Done Hitless for this run, Kynder is the one. But yeah, Kynder, anything you wanna say? Introduce yourself.
Not sure. Right now, I don't know what to say. Right, but yeah.
Yeah, he is speechless. That's how excited he is for this run.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, no, understandable. But like I said, everyone is rooting for you. We're super excited to see what you can show us today. Let's talk about the commentators. We have the lovely Puppery and Hyakujin. Welcome on. Do you guys each want to say anything to GDQ? We can start with Puppery. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, Puppery. I've done some no-hit runs in Elden Ring and DS3 myself, and I'm extremely excited to be part of this event, and very excited that GDQ is collabing with the Team Hitless. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Cheers. And Hyakujin, welcome in. And if you want to do a shout out to No Hit Hispano, because we know, like I said, there's a Spanish restream going on right now, chat, and a German restream, if we didn't mention that. This is worldwide. We weren't joking when we said this is an international gaming community.
Hello, GDQ and chat. This is hyakujin. I've done a couple of no-hit runs. I did in DS3, level 1 all bosses, and I've done in Elden Ring any percent and level 1. I mean, I kind of like the no-hit runs. I've done speed runs as well, and this one we're about to see is both, right? The speedrun and no-hit. So I really want to see how he does.
Exactly. Like I said,
and thank you for having me, guys.
Of course,
folks.
We got a lot of DLC to get to, so let's jump right in. Kynder, if you're ready to go, I can count you down.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
There you go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck, Kynder.
Thank you.
He's gonna do it greatly.
Yes.
I mean,
very exciting.
The run starts with a lot of farming, so better to be starting.
You have sorceries, right?
Yeah, it's a sorcery run. In the patch 1.12, so we're gonna use the Thorns spell to kill a lot of bosses because they nerfed it in the 1.13. But yeah, as my run was before that patch, we're using those strats.
Oh, that's right, Chad. They usually change a lot with the patches, so it's really a problem because you are running some run and they change like the damage or so, and you have to redo anything, your
Yeah.
strats and so.
Yeah, exactly. And so I guess for this kind of run, it makes sense to just down patch and use the trusted strats. Very
Yeah,
nice. So we can
I
see
believe
Thorns
that's
in
the
all its
best.
power.
Yeah, they actually nerfed it when I was about to get the run, so I kept my Steam disconnected so it didn't update, and I used the. It wasn't a down patch, but it was not not updating. Kind of the same, but yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea, Chad. Remember that?
Yeah, actually remember to not automatically patch your games because I've done that mistake and down patching can be pretty mean to do.
Also, the down patching, well, this down patching is to 1.12 exactly, and I was using 1.12 point something. Let me not mess this up. Okay.
Whoa, first kill of the run!
Yay!
Yeah. Oh, you got that farming really easy. I usually get hit there.
Oh, I've died there a lot of times, actually. That section is so mean because if you have to go up to that pot guy and kill it to get the fragment, and then you walk up and there's a bunch of dogs and they just
Yeah.
attack you,
Yeah.
throw you off torrent, and you die.
Yeah, I was looking behind because sometimes the dog can chase you. Normally it doesn't, but it can happen, so it's better to keep an eye on it.
The good thing is that you can fight them at range because you have sorceries. That's
Yeah.
a really good idea.
Yes.
Fighting dogs melee, it's really bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, having that range option is pretty good for no-hit runs.
The good thing is that they don't teleport like in DS3. Oh, that's really scary.
Yeah, true. If it just dropped on you now while you're riding torrent and all of a sudden, dog attack!
Oh my god.
Yeah. I guess one interesting thing about the game, if someone doesn't know Elden Ring, there's a day and night function. And Kinder basically changed at the start of the run the daytime to night because enemies have a harder time seeing you then. So it actually helps for stealth. And then additionally using Assassin's Gambit on that rapier to get even more stealth and the armor.
Yeah. That's really important because if you don't do that, the enemy is gonna chasing you forever
Yeah.
and you will get hit.
Yeah, it's better to not get aggroed.
Exactly. So you'll be seeing Kender use this weapon to use that stealth spell a lot during the run because it really reduces the aggro range of enemies by a lot.
Yeah. Also, as you said, the most part of the run is on nighttime because of what you said. It's in
Yeah,
any
it's-
healing is probably gonna be daytime, but because there's always light there. I think the making it night also works, but I'm not sure. I always do it
Yeah, it's
just
an
in
interesting
case.
question, yeah. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. There's certain tools that you can use when you're making hitless strats and routes, where you can see the aggro range of enemies and where they're looking. And if you look at those tools and compare day and nighttime, it is a huge difference. And so just doing it just in case makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, another interesting thing in Elden Ring, I guess, is the weather, because in some areas it's always raining, and that can also change your strats, because that will increase lightning damage or decrease fire damage, for example. I don't know if there's any areas like that in the DLC. I don't know if you know.
Not sure right now.
I don't think so. I think in the
Yeah.
base game there are areas like that, but in the DLC, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't
Sometimes
really think of any right now either.
sometimes when you use that, you make the game being nighttime. There's a lot of fog, and it's hard to see. Normally, if you do the
that's really
nighttime again, it can clear out, but sometimes you just have to play with
Oh,
fog.
that's a good trick. That's a really good trick.
Yeah, actually, because the weather can really mess up with your routing. Sometimes you get so lost when you can't see where you're going just because it's foggy or
Yeah.
The
and
area is a nightmare. Sometimes
it's
you
such
can't
a
see
nightmare.
anything.
Exactly.
Hi, everyone.
And
If you don't mind, I want to sneak in real quick. All right, chat. We are about to announce our first bonus incentive for Elden Ring DLC showcase, okay? I heard that chat likes bosses. Is this true? Chat, do you like bosses? If you do, our first incentive is Kill Dancing Lion, okay? Now, the price for this is $2,500, and the way that last game went, I have no doubt in my mind that chat will easily nail this one. So let's go. $2,500, chat. Easy work. Let's see those donos. Let's go.
Let's go.
that's cool.
Do you want
go.
to explain the puppery fragment? I mean, how it works, the buffs and all of that, those things. Maybe someone in the audience might not know how does it work.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a
that's good idea.
very good idea. Yeah. Herko, do you want to do it or?
Okay, let me try it. Okay, and in the DLC, we got a new feature that is called Shadow Tree Fragments. Someone call them Scaru Fragments or Skibidi Frag, I don't know. And those give you a level of blessing, and in order to upgrade that blessing level, you need to gather fragments that are in the map. With 3 fragments, you level up 1 level of blessing, I believe. And with that, you make the game easier. You do more damage, the bosses have less resistance.
Well, you basically, you do more damage and you also take less damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it basically is a buff for everything that you do. And there's you can get all the way up to 20 Shadow Tree fragment levels. But after 12 levels, there's a big drop off. So basically, after some point, leveling them won't have as much of an impact as in the early levels. Like if you're playing the DLC, you will really, really notice once you've gotten even 1 level, how much of a difference it makes. And especially if you get around 10 or 12, I don't know, the whole boss can feel completely different. And then after that, it falls off again.
Yeah, I
So
think
they're
you
very
do
strong.
205% more damage. Like twice the damage. And the resistances, I don't know if it's also half or how is it going.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but at least for no hit, usually resistance is
Yeah, that's why I don't really know it.
Because you don't get hit.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, they're absolutely necessary. If you don't get them, this is super hard.
Yeah.
I don't know if you try to beat the DLC without fragments, but it's super hard. It's like a no-hit run.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they basically tried to make it like a whole new leveling system. So it's a little bit of an artificial difficulty increase in the sense of that you're supposed to feel like you're level 1 again as soon as you enter the DLC. Even at 60 vigor, you'll pretty much get 2-shot by a bunch of bosses if you didn't level any of the fragments. And then once you level those fragments, you'll start feeling more and more like you've actually progressed through the game. So I do think they did a pretty good job at making you feel like really weak again at the start of the DLC.
Yes. So please, chat, gather the fragments before the bosses.
Yeah, and we'll also see Kinder do some insane strats for the bosses, so you guys can be very, very excited.
Yeah, without
to
the
see,
fragments, those strats wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
Did you see
exactly.
how he activated the torrent's air with the shackle?
Oh yeah, that is very, very.
That's a really
interesting.
good trick.
Yeah, in the DLC, there's those spirit springs that are locked behind having to find at a different point other stones, and that way you unlock the spirit spring. And spirit springs can pretty much bring you to a whole different area, especially high up. And with the shackle, it's weird because it has a huge area of effect and it deals like 1 damage or something. And so you can activate traps, and you can activate, in this case, those spirit spring stones that you have to find from a distance, so you don't have to run all the way to the point to find them.
Yeah, it's really useful. You folks should try it.
Yeah, saves a lot of time for the speedrunners amongst
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
So what is the first boss that we're going to be fighting today, by the way?
Romina. And how is the first one? Is going to be Romina. How do you say it in English, right? Because I'm probably saying how it.
I don't know, I think you can hear my German accent through that as well. I just say Romina.
Romina. Yes.
Romina.
Yeah, in Spanish we normally say Romina, but yeah.
But
Yeah,
Romina's
I'm
a
not
really
sure.
late boss.
Yeah.
You think about it, Romina is one of the last boss of the DLC, so you do it first. That's really strange, right?
Yeah, the thing with Romina is the strat was easier to do than other ones, and she drops a lot of runes, so we'll be needing that to level up a bit. We started the run at level 125.
Oh, that's a really good skip.
Yeah, this is also a skip that we used to skip the whole Relana's castle. I don't know what's the name right now.
Ensis, yeah.
Ensis, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jumping on that banner. Very nice.
Yeah, I have died here before. If you miss the jump, you're done.
Well, I need to try this. Is it hard to do?
No, it's pretty easy.
There's a few variations as well. You can also jump into more the left in the wall. You can.
Yeah, I used that before, and there's when I died. So I'm using this now. I think
For
this
me,
is
it's
easier.
exactly the opposite. Like for me, the way you do it, I've died so many times, and then I've done the other way, and I've done it consistently. So that's funny. It's always different what is easier for you.
We're leveling
It seems hard.
the blessings now because we have to kill a guy. So we need those levels.
I want to jump in here really briefly to thank Talara, Archerda, and Bent Pigeon for your donations to the American Heart Association. Thank you. Those of you just joining us, if you want to donate to the American Heart Association, you can do that where the subscribe button normally is. It has been replaced with a donate to charity button. You can click that, choose the amount you want to donate, send it off. 100% of your donation goes to the American Heart Association. So get them in. We are still working toward that incentive at $2,500 raised. We will kill Dancing Lion.
Which also we asked, what is Kinder's least favorite boss to do? It's the Dancing Lion.
Ooh, that's a good tidbit.
Yeah, I hate that.
So if y'all want to make him do something that he really doesn't want to do, might be entertaining. So yeah, Dancing Lion. I mean, there's a in Elden Ring and in pretty much all games. I bet during the Lies of P run, they've already talked about it as well, but a lot of no-hit strats rely on scripting bosses, and there's different bosses that are easier to script than others. For example, some that always do the same thing when you enter the arena are very easy to script, while Dancing Lion would be pretty hard, I guess.
I mean, it's not hard, but it's messier. So I don't really like it.
Most of runners do it in the last section of the run, right? The lion.
Probably because you don't want to fight him. It's better to script him. And with other builds, scripting it's, in my opinion, harder. I guess I think that magic is or sorcery are easier to script the bosses with. So yeah, I've seen people killing the lion on the last, not the last boss, but later on the run, because then you have more shadow fragments and you can script him easier.
And I guess maybe also because you can go through Ilum to the lion that way, right? If you do it at least after Romina.
Maybe.
And Mesma. Because then, so there's two ways to get to the lion. One is going all the way through Ballarat, which is this, like big legacy dungeon with a bunch of enemies everywhere trying to snipe you. Like they have a lot of range as well, and you can skip all of that though and go through the end game area and do a really cool skip with a specific weapon or with specific
actually
setups.
we're gonna do that skip if we get the incentive.
Very nice. Yeah, let's go. Well, I guess we'll be able to see it if that incentive is met. That would be really exciting because it is a really, really cool skip. I think it skips a whole big area that would be very dangerous for a no-hit.
Even more reason to donate. You all know what to do.
We can't miss that. I mean, the greatest thing about Elden Ring is an open world game, so you can go to the final section without killing any boss. So as you can see, he's going Raoul or places like that. They're basically in the final parts of the DLC in order to gather fragments and pick up stuff. And you can do this as well in the base game. So I think this is the greatest part of the Elden Ring no-hit run.
You want to...
And the other games you can do that because you need to kill the bosses in order to continue the map. But like it's an open world game, you can go to the final section without beating any boss. I mean, Romina is practically the end of the DLC.
Yeah, exactly. And what Kinder also just picked up is the All Mother or All Madre gesture, which is a key item that you need to access one of the bosses, which is Mother of Fingers, Meteor. So you need 2 key items to even get to that boss, and like it's a huge quest. And that boss alone, just to reach it, takes a long time usually, and that was one of the key parts to pick up.
Did you figure that out without guide?
No.
I don't remember.
One friend told me about that boss and that emote, but I am. It's pretty hard to.
Same, in chat spoiled me that thing.
No. Oh, I actually remember. I think I basically was missing the gesture, and I somehow figured out that I needed something around that statue, and then I just got the tip that it's somewhere where I picked up a specific item, and then I had to just remember and like go through. I think I went through like 200 items or something, read all the item descriptions because I got basically a puzzle presented by chat. And I had to solve it to find where I had to go and find some shaman village or something. I don't know. It's a whole ordeal. It's a really, really hard quest line to figure out.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that the game has this kind of secret bosses and secret areas. Pretty cool.
I have to say, I don't really like puzzles, but
That's fair, yeah. I really like puzzles in games usually. I'm not good at them though. They're fun. And not being good at puzzles was also very fun for chat usually, so.
yeah, I'm bad at puzzles. That's what I hate.
Yeah, I guess now we're going actually to the second key part for Matir, which is talking to Emir, and he gives you the finger hole laden necklace or whatever it's called in English. Now that it's in Spanish, I'm like, oh, I don't even remember the English name anymore. But yeah, so that's the second part that you need because you need to go to the finger ruins and activate the horns there. We'll see it pretty soon.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the first one in a bit.
Oh, we all agree on that finger place. It's the worst part of the DLC, right?
Yeah, honestly, it is.
Yeah, there are a lot of worms, snipers, and I don't know if they are worms. They are pretty weird.
Yeah, they're like a weird worm sausage hybrid or something. I don't know. Very strange. Snipe you, and otherwise the areas are pretty empty. And so it's just a huge area of annoying enemies. And I can imagine for a no-hit, it's also pretty difficult getting through.
Yeah, hopefully they don't spot us.
Yeah. So I guess there again, nighttime and Assassin's Gambit and everything helps a lot.
Yeah, with that combination, they can see you.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And the enemies in this game can also hear you. That's why this armor is something nice to wear because it silences your footsteps, which again makes it less likely for enemies to aggro.
There is also a talisman that do that, but I think he doesn't use it.
Yeah. Better to keep the talismans for damage.
Is it the same, right? The talisman.
I'm not
and
sure.
the armor?
I have never used it.
I think it's pretty much the same, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, it would just kind of be, I guess, more talisman swapping. And if you forget to change one of the talismans, that can be really, really brutal because a lot of the scripts very much depend on having exactly the maximum damage output that you can get. And then if you forget one talisman, it might be your death, pretty much.
It happens to me all the time.
It happens to every Hitless runner, I think, that you just forget the one crucial thing and all of a sudden the script fails and you're like, why? Until you see that
This
you
is
just
a
forgot.
really good strat.
Yeah, this is a scripted.
I
He
didn't know
always
that.
attacks. So I usually use one pot, but I failed.
Yeah, those bats seem pretty scary.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's safe to just run, but I prefer killing them. It's safer for a no-hit.
What is the worst running section of the run?
Not sure. Maybe any Elim or
Stairs?
Yeah, any Elim, the stairs of any Elim, or the cave of the Putrescent Knight. Or Putrescent Knight?
Yeah, Putrescent Knight, exactly. Yeah, I guess with the sniping worms and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I think it's the same.
Also
We agree on that.
the finger things that we were talking about if you don't know the good route and use stealth, they can be very problematic.
I mean, everything is really precise. Maybe you are seeing this and thinking, oh, this is really easy. No one is attacking him. But no one attacks him because he does a really precise route and he's using Assassin's Gambit and the armor. So
Yeah.
it's not that easy as it looks.
Yeah, for this
Yeah.
kind of run, you have to know.
Most of the time I get hit here.
Yeah, you have to know where are all the enemies to avoid them.
Yeah. It looks easy until you try to do it once,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you get hit 100 times, and you're like, what? Those enemies weren't there for Kinder, but I know they are, but it's just a very
Yeah.
specific route. Lots
Yeah.
of work going into this.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's accessible for everyone, but yeah, you have to train for it for a little bit. Put in some
Exactly,
hours.
it's a lot of practice, yeah.
But yeah, first time playing, you're gonna die a lot.
I mean, when I was routing my first no-hit run in Elden Ring, the worst part was the running sections because you need to remember a lot of things, a lot of enemies. So I think in the DLC is the same.
In this part, we're also skipping most of this section because in this route, I just jump here and get to the, how do you say this thing?
Lever.
Lever. Yeah. Normally you have to start down and go up, and it's much riskier. Much risky.
Yeah, much riskier, for sure, I think.
This is a really scary part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I would be 10 times just fall damage.
You don't want to get a baby jump.
Yeah.
Did you know baby jumps?
Yeah. That's why I
Yeah.
use the weapon on both hands. Because the jump is... it's better the jump. You don't do as much baby jumps.
Really good trick.
Yeah, just block jumping, always
Yeah.
nice to avoid baby jumps. For anyone who doesn't know that in Elden Ring, basically, if you try to jump multiple times after each other in quick succession, you get the one normal space jump that is pretty long, and then right after you get one where the character just almost hops in place.
Yeah.
And that can pretty much kill you in some places. So
It
always have
happens a
to-
lot in Dark Souls 2.
Interesting.
Okay, we almost got all the fragments.
That's cool. Oh, this Fire Knight, very scary.
I hate those knights.
Yeah, they're so mean. They do so
They
much
can hit
damage.
almost everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, chat, we are just under $300 away from meeting that first incentive. I would like to thank, in particular, Corfin and Gauntlet2319 for dropping in a $50 donation each. Thank you both so much. And, of course, the rest of you keep on donating. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support so far.
We just...
You picked up.
yeah. The spell.
Yeah, I think we were all
The
just
spell.
gonna say, oh, it's the
The
spell.
Impenetrable Thorns.
There we
I
go.
hate they nerf it.
Yeah.
It's still good, right?
I think it's pretty bad right now. At
Yeah,
least
I think
compared
they nerfed it into the ground.
to the previous state. But yeah, in a bit they will see the damage output of this spell and why they nerfed it.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty broken. I can understand why they nerfed it, but I think FromSoft unfortunately has a tendency to sometimes over-nerf things.
Yeah, When they nerf something, they make that spell or weapon unusable.
Mm-hmm. Like there was this really nice Ash of War weapon art that was
The red main?
Flame of the Red Mage.
Yeah.
And a lot of my no-hit scripts relied on that.
That still hurts.
Yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
sad.
after that,
I
we
miss
could
it.
use
And
the Roger.
Icering Hatchet. Icering Hatchet was
Mm.
really good, but now you can use it. It's horrendous.
Yeah.
That guy,
Really
Rough
scary
versus
section.
that guy
Really
is
scary section.
this guy is always here, up, but sometimes he bugs or something, spawns there or here. Pretty weird. Like 90% of the time, he's up there, and I have to kill him. Right now, he's like, I don't know. Look at the wall.
Well, now he'll have a really great life. Thanks to you.
Let's go.
He lived.
Save the life of a bat.
Yeah, the bat.
Yeah, and I guess we're also kind of getting all the running sections.
Yeah, most of the
way.
running sections are on the start of the run.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it makes sense because running sections are often where a lot of the really stupid hits can happen, where some enemies, just because you load it into the area a little bit differently than some other time, it's slightly in a different position, and your routing is slightly off and stuff like that. So it's always good to get the running sections out of the way because they're pretty annoying to deal with. And you don't want to like the sooner you can reset, the better.
Yeah.
In a way to save some time.
We're using the Oh Mother emote right now.
Oh,
That's cool.
And we can
let's go, Chad.
Oh mother.
we unlock
Oh,
this.
secret path?
Wow. Who would have thought that this would
would
hide
have thought?
behind that statue? I would have never guessed. Now, basically to the right here is the Marcos, the village where she grew up.
I really love that place. It reminds
it's
me
so
of Majula.
beautiful.
I don't know if you think the same, but it reminds me of
No,
Majula.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. I also got big Majula vibes. Very, very pretty area. And both Majula and that place feel very calm in this darker world. Very pretty.
Nighttime again.
Yeah, always important to set it to nighttime again, just to make sure that not all of a sudden, oh, it's morning.
Yeah.
All the enemies see you all of a sudden. And yeah, we'll see the first finger rune now, where the horn has to be like rang or something with the necklace. And there's a bunch of sniping finger worms around. I guess they're supposed to look like finger sandworms or something. I don't really know the design.
Yeah, they're pretty
Seems like
weird.
some nightmare
They're really
creature
bad.
from Miyazaki's dreams.
Yeah, we can see Miyazaki likes fingers.
Went from feet to fingers with Elden Ring. Very nice. And here, if you stick to the right, you already avoid a lot of the enemies around.
Yeah, being at the border is usually a good strat.
Mm-hmm. I love seeing all the Spanish names, honestly, for all the areas. I always play in English, and now it's so fun when you see these events and runners play the game in a different language, and it's so fun to see all the places you're familiar with in a different language.
Oh my god, I hate this area.
Yeah, I usually keep an eye on them because sometimes they can snipe you, and they make no sound until the ballet is right in front of you. So
Oh, for me this is really bad. It's like a scary game. I can't see anything.
Yeah. Abyssal Woods is actually not the horror area, it's those finger ruins instead.
we do
and the
this.
sound when they trap you is really loud and scares me all the
Yeah.
time.
We do this first ruin first because when you do the first ruin, Ymir gives you this talisman that makes the spell casting as fast as the game can go. So it's pretty useful for a sorcery run.
Very
It's
nice.
like having 99 decks, right?
Yeah, it's like the best the quicker cast on the game. This guy is never in the middle of the room.
That's interesting.
I
that's
think it's
already
the
how you
first
could
time
see his
I
stuff
see him
face.
in the middle. I don't remember seeing him
You
here.
can't trust those guys.
Yeah.
Now this
so
this is a pretty scary part because normally you can just run and they don't hit you, but it's I like to use the Bloodhound step to make sure. Because I don't trust them.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think nobody wants
And
to
there's
see this
the
place.
bad
It's
guy.
awful.
But yeah, you could not use anything and they shouldn't hit you.
Yeah, always better
They
to
can also
be safe,
follow
though.
you
Oh no.
till they. I think they don't pass that door, but they can go up to the door. So if you're not fast enough,
Oh my
they
god,
can
be careful
get
with
you.
the bats!
Yeah. I've never been hit to a button here, but one time one was so close to hitting me.
Yeah, I feel like usually it doesn't happen until it happens.
Yeah.
That's often how these things go in these kinds of games.
But
Where
you have to be really quick, right?
He can
and you're a
follow
little slower
you.
and all of a sudden, oh.
Yay.
We just had a $50 donation come in from Jovino. Thank you so much. We're at $2,275 raised for the American Heart Association now. So just 225 to go to unlock that first incentive.
Grande Jovino. Another guy.
Oh, and by the way, we do have more incentives after this. So if you want to hear about them, you got to get this one, Matt.
Let's go. More incentives, exciting. Yeah, now we're already in the ancient ruins of Rao, which is pretty much one of the latest game areas that you can get to on the way to Romina, which is the first boss.
I don't know if chat know this, but you can beat the DLC beating, I believe, 4 bosses, right? Mesmer, Romina, Lera, and Rotan.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
Leda
Leda
it's
isn't
not a
even a
boss,
boss,
but
so-
yeah.
technically. Yeah. So I guess 3 bosses overall and
Yeah.
a fight that should be deleted from the game.
Yeah.
To let a fight is pain.
It also being an invasion leaves you without a great rune, and it's the worst. We'll have to respect for that fight.
Yeah.
I always forget that you lose the great rune in that fight.
Yeah, and the Godric's Raid rune gives you 5 levels to each stat, so yeah, we'll have to respect for that.
Please don't forget it.
Yeah, that would be not good probably. In that
Nighttime
fight, you
again.
probably die very fast.
This is the last running section before the bosses, right?
Yeah. After Romina, we'll be killing some bosses back to back.
Very nice. And I guess here we're probably gonna see another use of the shackle to break
Yeah.
the stone for the spirit spring.
Chad, he's cheating.
Exploiting the systems.
I don't like that guy. That's why I'm sneaking past him.
I mean, they didn't patch it, so I think it's legit. They
Yeah,
have a lot
I
of
mean, it is.
opportunities to patch that, and they didn't.
Yeah, I mean maybe they just don't know how to implement it very well
Yeah.
in a different way. But I mean, if it's in the game, not a
The
glitch,
range
then-
is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Huge.
the stones are here, up here, right?
Yeah, they're exactly. I think they're. You have to go quite a lot out of your way to find the stones. They're up on the ruins somewhere. But yeah, when you have the shackle, you can skip a lot of time. It saves you. I think I'm not sure how much time exactly it saves you, but quite a bit. Like maybe 30 seconds or something.
are the worst. Those enemies are the worst. Be careful.
Hey,
Okay, he made it.
We need to get one blessing before the fight, but yeah, we're almost here. The blessing that is like there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a really good jump.
Only one more blessing to go, and we'll see some boss fights. I'm so excited. And the first boss fight, especially, it's gonna show off the power of sorceries very, very
Yeah.
well.
The first is a boss kill, not a boss fight, but yeah.
You can
We're
trust
not
me, no one will
fighting.
get disappointed.
Yes, just wait and see.
As we set up for that, I have fantastic news. Rafa Zafar just donated $225 and has
Wow.
met our first incentive to
Let's
kill
go.
dancing
Let's go.
lions. Thank you
Let's
so much. What a
go.
donation.
What a donation, yeah.
Okay, chat. You clearly want to see more bosses, so good job on unlocking Dancing Lion. Now we are close to announcing the second incentive. I'll drop it now, okay? We are going to do. Where is the Omnibar updated? Oh my gosh. Okay, it is $2,750, chat, to unlock Midra. Okay. Let's see if we can hit that. Clearly, you want to see more bosses, so here you go. You want to see bosses? Let's do this.
I want to see bosses. Yay!
I want to say bosses.
I want to see bosses.
I also wanna see bosses.
And Midra's an awesome boss.
I mean,
Yeah, all of the
you are going
setup. We need to
destroy
see
them.
some. Yeah.
Okay, this is a chat.
Pay attention now, or you'll miss it. Actually,
Don't close your eyes.
don't blink.
Don't blink, right?
Poor Romina.
Quite a lot of buffs. Maybe we can talk about them after this, but don't miss this fight now.
Fight.
And here goes. Woo! GG!
Holy smoke.
Wow, let's go! That was honestly hardly fought.
This is actually as hard as it looks.
I
So
didn't know you
no,
could do
not
that.
hard at all.
So you use Terra Magica and Jellyfish Shield, right?
Yeah. And the Golden Bow and Howl of Shabriri. And the Talismans. And the Physic? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of buffs.
I know there is a lot of buffs. I know that Howl of Shabriri, I guess, adds like 25% more damage. Golden Vow, 15% more damage.
Yeah. And the
Jellyfish Shield, I
crystal
think
tier
12.5.
that gives you
Crystal is
infinite
25, and this is
mine for a couple of seconds.
10
Yeah.
seconds. It was nerfed. It was
seconds.
before 15 seconds, but with 10 seconds, it's before the damage was you could hold it for 5 seconds longer, so you didn't really need the whole duration. Now it's pretty como digo, bastante justo está. Pretty tight, yeah. The damage is pretty tight. You can run out of mana and the fight's a lot harder. You can get hit.
Okay, chat. It's Mesmer time.
Let's go. Oh, this is interesting. Putting on Olberich's armor set, which buffs per armor set piece. It's a 6% buff to Thorn
Yeah.
sorceries,
Yes.
right? So that's
Except Chauces. I believe Chauces don't boost you damage.
Yeah. I don't use it because they do nothing.
yeah. So that's another 18% more damage. Really min-maxing here.
Yeah.
Do you chat can remember all the buff?
I mean, honestly, I think that is one of the scariest parts of these runs is forgetting something in your buff order.
Yeah, if you forget
Or
something,
messing
you're
something
done. You just die.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you do it even in the wrong order, because different buffs have a different amount of
Yes,
time
that's-
that they last.
That's super
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, so like Physic Flask tiers usually last around like 3 minutes, or I mean some way less, right? Like that Infinite Mana tier for a little bit lasts less. But a lot of them take quite a long time. Then Golden Vow, I guess, is like 80 seconds. But Howl of Shabriri is only 40 seconds. So always makes sense to do Golden Vow first. And then the shorter buffs and so on. You have to kind of like, figure out the best order for them. Yeah, look at that damage!
That's a lot of damage.
Damage.
He just
Look at that
explodes.
damage. Oh my god.
Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
it, chat.
nice. Let's go,
Mesmer
GG.
down.
I started doing the thorns in the first phase and on the second phase, but the second phase sometimes the thorns miss, so I ended up using the Carrion Slicer.
That's
I was
really
actually
scary.
wondering why you used the Karen
Yeah,
Slice on the
that's
second
why.
phase. I think it's also a stylish finish. It just looks cool to just get the kill with that, but it makes sense if the
Yeah,
thorns miss
that's a why.
sometimes. Yeah, and I guess one
And,
interesting thing is as well that you use the low health talisman, but then the thorns costs also health to use, right?
Yeah,
Yes. So he needs to level up health.
yeah. In some bosses we have to use more than 2 casts of the spell, so we'll have to respect to health. But the bosses that I only need 1 or 2 casts, we are good with this little health.
I see. Yeah.
Any reel in time.
And I don't know if you mentioned it, but you usually change the right arm staff in order to boost the sorceries. Like before, you were using the thorn staff, right?
Yeah, there's some stuffs that buffs your damage depending of the sorcery school, I think. And yeah, the Carrion Slicer buffs with the Carrion staff, the thorns with that thorny stuff. I don't know the name right now. And yeah, each
You
spell
can see,
class
chat,
has
this
one
is really
stuff.
complicated. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you have to
And
remind
this
a lot
was-
of things.
Yeah, and this was pointed out as well as like in chat that if you, since you need to lose health with buffs and stuff to use the red feather branch sword, which gives I think like 20% more damage or something.
Yeah,
total
20.
health. Yeah, and then it's happened to a lot of runners, including me sometimes,
Yes.
where you accidentally do one too many seppukus
Yeah.
or something like that, and then
It happens.
or one too many thorns, and you just die by your own hand by accident right in front of the boss room. It really sucks when it happens on a good run.
And you use seppuku as well, right?
Yeah.
In order to boost the blood damage, the hammer.
No,
you
just to. I initially thought that it made you have more blood procs, but it doesn't. It's just for having less health and activating Artisar.
The bleed damage. That's it.
But yeah, the bleed does the same damage.
So I guess this is a pretty scary section.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent, but yeah, there's always that feeling of him just using the spell and killing you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for anyone who has played the DLC knows these stairs. I feel
This
like
is
they're pretty
scary.
infamous because
Yeah.
there's so many casters just putting 20 light pillars onto you. Brutal.
I think the worst part is right before Leda. Those pigeons were really awful.
Yeah, I hate those as well. They're really, really mean. And then there's the divine warriors as well. Or whatever they're called. With the different elemental attacks.
Yeah.
They're really, really strong as well. There's the ice one you can luckily just make fall off if you walk in a certain way and he just jumps off.
Yeah, we're good doing that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was scary.
these birds are so mean.
Yeah, also that first bird is scripted. He's always using that attack. He ignores your stealth or whatever you might have. He will always attack.
It's interesting. It's like one of the things in Elden Ring is that there's also event triggers. So if you walk into a certain area in the game, there's an area that gets triggered and it can basically activate an enemy that has a scripted attack or a scripted path that starts happening. Yeah, once you walk into that attack, and usually those are things that you can't just get around with stealth.
Bye.
Oh,
Yeah. Very nice.
I love this strat. I don't.
Yeah.
I think Gino was the one finding this strat. I don't know if you, Puppery, know something about it, but it's so cool.
I don't know who found it or anything, but I also just like it kind of just happens naturally if you try to pick up the item in that room.
Yeah.
And when I played at the start, I played a lot of item randomizer as well. When the enemy randomizer wasn't out yet. And I would always pick up that item, and that's also when I think a lot of people noticed it in that way. Is that if you just go into that room, he just jumps off the roof basically, and yeah. So I'm not sure if maybe Gino found it as well.
It's like the misbegotten before the patrician knight, right? He always fall down.
Yeah, there's a few things that you can do there as well. Yeah, first if you throw a cookery, he can just follow the cookery and jump down.
Yeah, we might be using that strat to get rid of him.
Nice. Now already at the ladder fight, but not gonna do that
Now
just
it's
yet.
time to Gaius.
Let's go.
We only do this because it's pretty easy to get hit here, and also you get 3 fragments, so you can level up for Gaius. We also kill Gaius this early because there's 5 fragments behind him.
I really want to watch how you dodge the first attack, the charge. It got me a lot.
Yeah, the first charge is really mean. You can hide on the left. You can just hide behind some pillars. So maybe that's what's gonna happen, or maybe some other strats. We'll see. But I think that's like something that everyone has been struggling with. Just Gaia's charge. Pretty much right from the bat.
I need right. Okay, light roll. I need light roll just in case something goes wrong. I can dodge out of him.
Yes, that's super important, right? The light roll thing. With medium roll, you can dodge that, right?
Yeah, with light roll, I can. I mean, I could dodge the attacks with timing, but I prefer just dodging away, and it's much easier.
Alright, next boss fight. There he comes. Let's go.
I mean, no wonder why they nerfed this, no?
Yeah. But honestly, it's pretty satisfying seeing these bosses just
Pretty solid.
get deleted like this after dying to them countless hours.
Yeah, before we found the Thorns spell, I used another strat on here that was pretty cool, but a bit less consistent. It was using normal comets to make him phase transition. So the first phase, we had to kind of fight him a little bit. And when we phase transitioned, we used the Relana's twin moons to finish him off. It was pretty cool, but less consistent than this one. Meteor.
Yeah, it's interesting always how much strats can change once the community, especially with games that just came out or like the DLC when new content comes out. It's often the first few weeks where a lot of community members kind of come together and everyone finds different strats, and at some point, oh, this seems really OP, let's try what we can do with that.
Yeah.
And it keeps changing. It's really fun to see.
I mean, the boss strats that I use here were mostly mine because I was already routing from day one with sorcery. But some skips like Relana's castle, Ensis, the skip and those things. I got those strats from the community. I saw someone posting it that, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this I'm not doing this castle if I can skip it, because I don't know if all, but most of the enemies on that castle have like shared aggro. When one sees you, like all the castle see you, and all the starts attacking you, and it's you don't want that to happen. It's so bad.
Certainly not.
Yeah.
I want to take a moment really quick to shout out PCP Online and Medicine for $15 each. Thank you so much for your donations. There's a few $5 donations in there too. Anything counts, even if it's just as low as $1. Anything helps. It all goes to support American Heart Association. And we are just $210 away from meeting the incentive to kill Midra. So keep them coming. I know that you all would love to see that.
That's cool. And I mean, Midra even kind of unlocks 2 boss fights, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not only Midra, but you also have to kill Yori on the way.
I hate that boss. It reminds me of Deacons.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, true. Yeah, I could see it. The big gang fight, I think, is pretty infamous as well in the community for being a really, really brutal, mean boss. Unless you play really aggressive, or there's a backstab loop that you can do against him so that he doesn't summon a bunch of things.
Yeah, the community found ways to make him not spawn more people on the fight, because when he starts spawning and there's like 8 of them, it's so hard to do that hitless.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be using the backstab, but just as a setup for the spells.
That's a really good idea. So you backstab him and then you use sorcery
Yeah.
in order to one-shot him.
Mhm.
Yes, more fragments. Let's go.
I guess we are now at the cutoff though, right? Like we have more than 12 levels now, I think. So it starts diminishing a little bit, but every fragment helps. A little bit more damage always counts.
We all agree on this place is really beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Going to the beach on a little excursion with Torrent.
The
And talking
placement
about
of these
beautiful
hands.
things.
Yeah. These hands always make the placement really weird. Sometimes you have to stop and let them move because they kinda block you. And it's better not to aggro them.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, those hands
Definitely.
are so scary. They look scary in there also. They're so fast and they have some weird attacks.
Yeah,
like
they're really
sniping.
fast.
Yeah.
I'm actually not sure if these hands can cast the spells. I know some hands can.
Oh.
Do you know if these hands can? I'm not sure if they are able to cast the spells.
I'm not sure either.
I think
I
don't-
some hands can, but not all of them.
Hmm.
Maybe
I
a
haven't
bigger
really
one.
paid attention. Yeah, it could be that it's bigger, or maybe they have a bit of a different visual or something.
I'm gonna take this just in case.
Yes, yes.
Because I don't
Like
want
the
to.
ones in Caria Manor.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think there's one in Karamano that can cast the spells, right?
Yeah, at least one. And there's some really big ones, I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe they have to wear those rings, yeah. Now we're in Finger Ruin number 2. So the first one is already done, the one with Marika's village attached to it, and yeah, now this is basically the second part of the quest that you have to do for Ymir, the guy who gives you the necklace to activate those 2 ruins, and then you can fight the boss under his chair.
Matter. I believe it's one of the hardest bosses of the run, right?
Of the
At least for
run,
melee
yeah,
rounds?
for melee probably. For this run, it's not that hard.
I guess it also depends of how much damage you have, because the material. I think there's still one attack that is pretty much, not
Yeah,
really certain how to
explosion?
dodge
The
it. The
tsunami
laser.
attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hopefully don't see that happening.
Yeah.
We'll be
I
trying
still
to.
don't know how to dodge that consistently.
Yeah, it's
I don't
pretty
even
hard.
know if we can.
I heard enough. See the stars.
Hopefully, we can kill her before the attack.
Yeah, but before the boss will show up, you
Yeah.
have to talk to him. Then there will be an invasion as well, or an NPC trying to stop you.
There is a really good trick for that invention, right? Or is patched?
I don't think it's patched. The thing with the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah, you can make him get stuck on the stairs.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah, we don't use this we don't use it in this run because the Night Comet is broken for NPCs, but
You don't need it. Okay,
yeah, I
okay.
don't really need it.
Yeah, the good thing about Night Comet is NPCs don't dodge the attack, right?
No, I think there's no enemies that dodge the attack. It's like invisible, so they don't see it coming, literally.
Yeah. Otherwise, often you'll see bosses and especially NPCs dodge all your spells, but those night sorceries are nice.
Yeah, I tried to beat this invasion with a bow, and it was awful.
Oh no, that sounds awful.
Yeah. But yeah, you can go up the stairs, she will follow, and you can drop, and she gets stuck here.
Yeah, I guess on the right there's also somewhere where you can basically walk off a little bit, and you can get stuck on a little bit of collision on the side, and the NPC just jumps over you and gets a gravity death, but it's a pretty scary.
I haven't seen that
strategy.
happening, but it seems
That's
cool.
what the It's what a
Triggering
lot of the
IA.
speedrunners use. So.
That's cheating.
You can kind of
the
parry your
damage.
attacks
That
and
damage.
launch something, but if you keep spamming, she can get her attack going.
Nice. Now making sure all the things are correct, changing some sorceries and physic flasks.
Okay.
You're gonna use a new spell for Meteor, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have used this before in this run, right? The Loretta?
Not yet, no.
Loretta
I used it on
I believe.
on any limb. In any limb, I used it
Oh, yeah.
to kill that one guy.
Yeah, but for bosses, it's the first time.
Yeah, for bosses, it's the first and I think the last one also.
No, so very
No.
special. You gotta pay good attention now.
Yes, chat. Pay attention. You don't wanna miss this.
Last action for this spell. And then it gets retired.
Now we're again lowering the health for the Artisar.
Nice damage. Ooh.
You gotta be really careful with seppuku.
Yeah.
One accidental more hit and it's over. There's the boss. This is one that gets
Oh, you buff in the
activated.
arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't activate unless I go a little bit closer.
It's another case of those event boxes that basically some things don't activate until you enter a certain area.
She has like a cooldown to do that attack again, so we should be fine here.
Wow.
Let's go!
Let's go.
The
GG.
thing is, I always have to wait for her to do that attack, so we're fine. If I try to kill her before, she's gonna kill me.
I see. So that laser, there
Lana
basically
time.
you have to bait it out.
Yes, as we said before, this look really easy, but it's super precise.
Yeah, some things are pretty precise, but as I said, it's not that hard. The doing it. It's the hard part was finding all the strats.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is your favorite boss, right?
Yeah, this is my favorite strat for the boss. This is a bit harder
Tell us
than.
about your strat, how you figure it out.
Wow. I'll do it and then explain, because if not, we're gonna have to hit here if I can
sorry.
concentrate.
Well, just just show us exactly.
Yes, double checking.
Oh, some
Sleep
sleep
pods.
pods. Notice that, yeah.
Night roll. Okay.
Oh my god, this is gonna be intense.
So RTSR setup, then
Yeah.
Physic Flask, Golden Vow, this Howl of Puppery. Then let's see the strap.
We need one more cast.
Oh, that was tight.
No, that's the bad RNG. Rip
No.
4,000 runes.
It's better to do it, right?
400,000 runes, who needs them?
Yeah, I should have used it, but well,
As you can
Happens.
see, this is really precise. So you miss, you have to do it again.
I mean, I could
Yeah, I
fight
mean-
her with only night comets, but
Yeah,
there's
but you don't want to risk
the
it.
last time I fight her for the whole run, for the whole fight was like maybe like a month ago, so I prefer that resetting and going again.
Smart move. This is a really
Yeah, I
smart
think
move.
so as well. Usually it's better to just go out.
Also, this
cover.
fight is always the same. Doesn't care. It's not mandatory to be the first, because some bosses will be different the fight if you go in the first time or the next. This boss is always the same, so there's no problem with that.
Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, Bale is a good example of that, because the first time you find Bale, he flies in,
Yeah.
right? And then the next times he basically is already on the ground when the fog walls up.
Also, some bosses have cinematics and they TP you to the middle of the arena.
Oh, yes.
This one is always the same.
Right. Now hoping for good
Okay.
RNG.
He almost never does that RNG, but the bosses like to do weird things on live runs. She's gonna follow me now.
Oh my god, she's really aggressive.
One more.
Yes.
And there we go.
Let's go!
He made it, chat, he made it.
Yay! Yeah, that looked like a really, actually like a. You didn't just commit azure this boss, like you actually
Yeah,
had to
this is.
dodge a bunch and.
I mean, the thing
Scary.
with this boss is she can instantly throw some attacks at you at range at the start of the fight, so you can really script her. I like to do that. 3 attacks always trigger her face. Well, it's not her phase 2, but she always does that big sword attack, and I have time to use the sleep pot, and then, as you saw, the thorns and ending the fight with a comet. It's more consistent than it looks. But yeah, this one is probably the one that requires more practice.
Yeah.
I just
definitely looks like
remember
that.
that as I left that battle, now it's daytime, so I was scared of that guy arrowing me. If you use the TP that lost your runes, the game automatically makes the day cycle to day. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that always happens. Like, I don't know what it is about.
I think the time resets and the 0 times is day or something like that. Probably some programming thing.
Yeah.
You gotta be really careful with that.
We should be using these things on the elevator, but
It
just
saves time.
to save some time. Can you see how much time are we in? To know, I don't see any timer, so to know if we're good
1
time or
hour
not.
20?
120?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
just under that actually. You're about at 1 hour and 19 minutes currently.
190. Yeah, we're good. After this,
He's
we're
good,
gonna
chat.
fight Leda and Consort. So we're good.
Amazing.
And I want to mention we are just $205 away from that Kill Midra incentive. It's super easy to donate. The donate button is where the subscribe button normally is. Click it, get your donation in toward the American Heart Association right now. And there are more incentives we have after this, so it is in your interest to get that met early.
Yay. And keep in mind, it's a 2-for-1 basically, because you get Yori and Midra with that incentive. Which Yori I would be very excited to see, because he's such a mean boss. But for now, sunflower time.
This fight should be 100% scripted, but I can easily miss one timing, and we will have to fight it.
I mean, it has 3 faces.
Yeah.
I was so hoping in the DLC that there would be a 3-phase boss, but never would I have imagined that it's gonna be a sunflower. And I don't know how to feel about it.
Okay.
Let's go
That's
for his phase
phase
already
1.
down. Yeah, taking that repost will already put the second phase at less health as well, which is very nice. It's very annoying though if you actually kill it with a repost before
There we go.
that last one, you don't get the
Wow.
extra damage boost. Let's go.
Oh my god.
And there we go.
Yay!
It looks so scary.
GG. That did look scary.
Now for Leda, we'll have to respec.
All right.
As we said earlier, we can't use
Just you lose
the...
the great rune.
Exactly.
You need to level up faith in order to use the hollow shabriri.
I will have probably 2 or 3 levels less than normal because we lost 450,000. But yeah, hopefully it's okay. The thing is, I need quite a lot of mind and... How is this stat? The stamina one? Called in English?
Endurance.
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 We need 39 and 27 to be able to spam the Night Comet. 33 faith to use Sabriri because we lose the levels, and the rest on intelligence.
Write it down, chat. You don't want to forget that. It's super
Yeah.
important.
Maybe try to recreate these strats for yourself and see how hard it actually is. Go into
We're
boss
gonna
room.
use these things
Sorry,
to
I kinda
get
wanna try it.
some levels.
It looks so fun, this run.
I mean, you will have to down patch to the 1.12, but yeah, it's pretty fine. Fun.
Do you like the Leda's fight?
No, I think no one likes this fight.
It's like Half-Life in DS3. Everyone
Yeah.
hates them.
I think so, yeah.
The levels. Yeah, we are 2 or 3 levels down, but there shouldn't be any problem. We're gonna change our TSR to this thing. We can, as it's an invasion, I don't have the time to lower my health, so we're using this. We're killing the first enemy and will give us 20% more damage. Hopefully for the rest of the run of the fight.
Alright.
Okay.
I believe that talisman is
checking.
called Crusade Insignia in English? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
Crusade
I
Insignia.
think so, yeah. Yeah. I've never used it, but I think that's the correct
Yeah,
name,
it's a
yes.
DLC talisman.
I use it on this fight and on Mira if they get to the
Don't you dare.
to the donation center.
Needle Knight Letter.
Let's go.
Dane and our allies will never allow.
Okay, we gotta do this quick.
Alright.
There's a
Very
way
scary.
to don't fight this guy, but I use him because he activates my talisman. Okay. The level.
Poor Dane, he couldn't do anything.
And now let off.
I was kind of worried
you dare.
about the levels down because the Dane kill is super tight. I was worried he might survive and I will have to run around and wait for a good timing, and it's. I mean,
You don't wanna
it's
be in that
doable,
place.
but it's better to just kill them and go for the consort without that much trouble. Normally in my practice runs, I got to consort on 1:30. What's the time right now? It's near that?
126. Actually,
126. Okay, we have with timing. Then.
Not bad, not bad.
Right now. Oh, actually on pace.
And I have some news for you, actually. All of a sudden, thanks to a $200 donation from ZerkX1 and some other contributions from our wonderful chat members here, we have met the Kill Midra incentive.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
2 more bosses, basically. Let's go.
And we will get you some news on our third incentive for this run in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Is that moment right now? I think it is, chat.
Oh, is it?
Let's
Hello.
go. Incentive 3. Are you ready? Can I get some pauses in chat or some hype? I don't care what you're typing, but type it right now. Incentive 3 is Kill Putrescent Knight. That's right, Putrescent Knight. $3,000, chat. $3,000. I know we can do it. Let's go.
I also want to thank you, Hyakujin and Puppery, because donations from both of you are also what helped get us to meet that incentive. Thank you both.
Oh,
Yay.
nice.
We just really wanted to see Yuri,
Yes.
our favorite best friend.
We can miss the frenzy flame zone.
Yeah.
Our favorite place.
Okay.
Poor Torrent, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Get
scared.
Poor guy.
So now it's consort, and then we'll go to the dancing lion. So we're getting into the incentives part of the stream.
Yay. Amazing. The consort, honestly, so first off, we have to all be quiet during one part.
Yeah,
Because
Yes.
when he faces,
I almost
I'll wait on the cinematic and yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot that.
yeah. Good reminder, because it's gonna be a pretty precise strat at one point, and it's really, really cool to see, especially because consort is pretty much the bane of everyone's existence for the DLC, one of the most brutal bosses. So I think this is gonna be very, very nice for a lot of people to see now.
Yeah. We actually respect back to the original stats using because we're still using the Godric Raid Rune, but this time we got quite a bit of HP to be able to cast the Thorns 3 times while being with RTSR activated. So...
You have the original Radan in your patch? Or is the nerf one?
This is the pre-nerf one, but
Pre-nerf.
hopefully, yeah, but hopefully he will...
Hopefully you don't have to fight.
Yeah.
He has a really terrible melee attacks.
Just double checking.
Hopefully they nerfed it because it was really hard to fight.
Yeah, he had some attacks that
With
were...
that frame trap attack, I don't know if you
Exactly, yeah.
The
know
cross
that, but it
slash.
was really bad.
1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3.
Remember, Chad, you lose health with the thorns. Gotta be careful.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Luck. Good luck, you can do it.
Hopefully I didn't do anything wrong.
My loyal blade.
Okay, I'm champion of the festival. That's phase 1. And now is the silence part. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I step one step closer or if it's just the bad RNG. There's a
Super precise.
yeah. I think if I use the spell on the right place, he doesn't do this, but yeah, it happened.
Yeah, I mean, this happens. Like, basically, often Radan will go into this attack where he goes up into the air and summons this golden.
Yeah, I need him to do that attack. And if you
Exactly.
get too close, he will do another attack. Also, I think there's a small percentage that even if you are good positioned, he can do this attack. So
Yeah.
yeah. Second try.
Don't worry, Chad. This is still a really good run. Fresh
Yeah,
hit.
I mean,
This has been incredible.
actually insane. First hit at like 1.5 hours. That's huge. And on the last boss of any percent plus some additional bosses already.
Hopefully he doesn't troll us now because he can do weird things if we're okay. Okay. This is the attack. Okay.
Let's go!
There we go.
GG!
Wow.
Yay! Yeah, and during that golden part is also why we had to be silent for a second, right? Because you use Raptor's Black Feathers, I think? Or something? No.
Raptor
What is
of
it
the Mist.
called?
Raptor of the Mist. Something
Yeah.
like that, yes.
Yeah. To dodge that part and
It's like
have to wait for audio
Bloodhound
cue.
Stead, right?
It has.
It gives you.
It makes you fly
Iframes.
like for a little bit, and you can dodge the rest of the nuke with that flying. With the even using the indomitable bow, I think it's called the shield Ash of War. I think even using that, the nuke gets you, but with this one, it doesn't. So.
Interesting.
Write down that strat, Chad. It's really good. Did you figure that out?
What the Raptor thing?
Yes.
No, I think I got it from the community. I think I asked
Amazing
somewhere,
community.
and some people told me that this Ashes War gets you through the because I asked if there's a way to dodge the nuke if that wasn't running out of it, and I think someone said to me that using this should be fine, and yeah, it works pretty good. Okay. We're going to the Dancing Lion. I
Very
need to
nice.
get first the...
Real quick, Zerk is back with another $200 to push us past 3,000 and meet that incentive as well. That
Let's
is
go.
ridiculous. Thank you so
Let's
much.
go. Like, what is going on today?
Yeah.
Chad?
Let's go.
Good job.
We
Okay.
will be killing Putrescent Knight.
You caught me off guard. I'm not even ready for the fourth incentive, chat. Okay, give me a second.
Are you gonna announce it now or then?
I needed at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, give us
okay.
just a little
Just
bit.
to-
We're working on it.
Yeah.
thank
Okay,
you.
okay. No problem.
But
It
hey,
was
in the
for
meantime,
one-
y'all can keep donating.
will be back then. I don't need to be here.
And now I guess the skip is gonna come up. The way you can basically skip to the Divine Lion without ever having to go through Ballarat, which is a pretty big legacy dungeon in the DLC, and skipping that.
Wanna level up
is,
just in
I
case.
really want to see that.
Just in case to not lose more runes.
Traumatized by Relana.
Yeah, we might need the runes later. So
Okay, we gotta be careful. You don't want to aggro that guy.
Yeah, spilling him to be safe makes a lot of sense.
we're heading to the secret part of any Realm.
Yeah.
It's quite hidden.
Yeah.
I have to ask this. Did you guys figure this out without guide?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
I think I fought by accident and I found this part,
Oh,
but
by accident.
yeah, by accident. There's no way I'm discovering this in my own.
Yeah. I mean, you have to actually like try to explore every nook and cranny to actually find this by yourself.
It reminds me of Farm Azula, the pathing you need to do before the Guran's weapon, I believe. This is there is a secret path in Farm Azula. I don't know if you remember.
I'm not sure right now.
Yeah, I don't. See, it's so secret. We don't even remember that it exists.
Yeah, I think I have used so much sorceries that I don't really know the placement of all the weapons.
Oh, that's a really
And this is the skip.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
there
is
we
the
go.
skip.
Yeah.
Yay! Using Gaius's weapon. So this weapon you get from Gaius's remembrance. You can buy it at the Finger Husk then, or Finger Maiden, or whatever. And yeah, do skips like this. There's a few other skips that you can do with this weapon as well. It's similar to Hand of Melania, which unlocks some skips too.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know if you mentioned it, but you're playing with keyboard and mouse, right?
Yeah, I'm using keyboard and mouse.
Usually, no-hit runners play with controller.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know how to use a joystick, so using the camera is a bit weird for me. So I just prefer to use the keyboard and mouse. I didn't really play that much games using camera control with joystick, so yeah, I hate this boss.
Me too.
Honestly, same.
You don't want
Yeah.
to fight this boss in a no-hit run.
Yeah. And Kinder already said the least favorite one to have to do, so
Yeah.
guess we'll see if...
I mean, it's consistent, but it's weird. I don't like this. At least I don't like my strap for it. And I didn't find one better than this one, so... That's it.
Oh, it
Very
wasn't
nice.
that bad.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
not that
looked
bad,
like
but
pretty good RNG.
he can do weird things. I can mess the timing of. I mean, I need to use a chart spell after he phase transitions, and the timing, for me at least, is a little weird. And yeah, I don't really like it. Also, the mana is pretty tight. Also, I don't like the fight. Time for Midra, right?
Yeah.
In order to get to Yori, you need to clear the dragon speed, right?
What dragon speed?
Or
The
you don't do that.
the volcano or the
I
or
made a
what?
mistake. I thought Bale. In order
yeah.
to go to Bale, you need to clear the dragon speed.
Yeah. Bale, unfortunately, is out of the run.
You're not gonna do Bale, right?
No, he's out of the run. We had to do the run on 2 hours 30, and my strat on Bale was just sitting there and using the poison. So didn't have the time to get a good strat for a run, and yeah.
Hello, I am back. All right, chat. I was sweating, all right? I was sweating because I did not realize we were going to hit that third incentive so quickly. However, I am ready to announce the fourth incentive. Are you ready? This is it. This is the final incentive, chat. If there's any time to push, if you love Elden Ring, this is it, okay?
I'm ready,
The
Dad.
fourth incentive is only McKellen incantations for Putrescent Night Split at $3,250. That means that Kinder has to use these incantations for the whole split, not just the boss. Okay, this is absolutely wild, and I don't even know. I can't even speak. Chat.
Oh,
What is
so
going
it's like
on?
it's like an extra challenge. I see. Okay.
It is. It is an extra challenge. And Kinder, do you mind explaining? Because I don't even understand these incantations.
Yeah, Mikelan incantations, there are only 2 on the game. One is Mikelan Light of Mikela that drops with the consort's remembrance. We already have that one. And the second one is within the Putrescent Knight's cave. So we'll have to start with only one way to do damage, and when we kill that, we can use both.
So we got about 15 minutes in the run, right? So this is a sprint. This is not a marathon anymore, right? Get your running shoes on, chat. Get on a treadmill if you own one, okay? I know someone statistically has a treadmill. Get on it and start running for this incentive. Let's go.
Remember, where the subscribe button normally is where the donation button is now. That's how you can donate. Supports American Heart Association. Get it in. Let's meet this incentive.
So, what's the timing right now on the run?
You're at just under 1 hour 45 minutes. Looks like.
Okay. I thought I heard last 15 minutes. I was like, oh no, I don't have the time.
It seems like you're very much on a good pace.
Yeah, it looks like you're doing really well. That was more of an estimate for our viewers. Just trying to make it clear that there is not much time left for you all in chat to get this incentive met, because Kinder is doing a fantastic job.
Okay, it looks you have to be really careful here. You have
Yeah.
to beat all the enemies in order to continue.
The thing is, I needed to activate this grace, and they might follow you if you don't kill them. Just in case, we might have to. If we get to the last incentive, we'll have to come back to this grace, because there's one item that we might need.
You heard that, Chad?
By the way, those dragonflies on the tombstones have been also known to end the no-hit run or two.
This one's or the
in
other
Elden
one?
Ring. Well, some on the tombstone, and there's one particular one in the base game at Alex.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, the Alex one.
Yeah, that one is very famous. You always have to shoot it with a bow, otherwise they can
No.
snipe you.
Chat is already chipping away at that incentive too, thanks to Valaramek, It of Brad, and Bent Pigeon. We are already at, it looks like, just under $180 left to meet the incentive.
Thank you, chat. You're the best.
Thank you, chat.
You're the best, chat. Thank you.
Also, this last incentive is probably my favorite one. It's so cool to do all the cave and the boss with Michaelan incantations.
Mm-hmm.
See, there you go. If you're not going to listen to me, listen to the runner.
Yeah, we reached the goal for Kinder's least favorite part of the run, so
Yeah,
would be just fair.
hopefully with the best one part of the run.
Yeah, we got to make it up to him.
Oh god. I really want to see how you do this dungeon because it seems really hard in a no-hit run.
Okay, we'll use a torch just to be able to see something because it's dark in here. And we're not going to light up the thing is.
That makes sense. Everything extra that you do in these runs is just potential to get hit. So, trying to avoid anything that you can.
Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of people pick quick routes instead of slow ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very true. I mean, like, even though, of course, in theory, no-hit runs aren't really about speed, but in the end, like, most no-hit runners still try to be fast with the runs because, yeah, one thing is the quickest route has usually the less potential to get hit. And also, if you do have to reset after getting hit, it is nice if you don't have to do, like, 4
Absolutely.
hours or something
Yeah.
again, right?
Yeah, this whole run was so long, the run with the base game and the DLC. The times that I had to restart a run with 6 hours in were like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it was devastating.
I don't know if you remember, chat, but he said early he no-hit the entire game plus DLC, all remembrances.
Wow.
Yeah, all remembrances plus Veil.
Yes.
That's actually insane.
This part
How
of the
long does
dungeon?
that run?
The run was like 11 hours or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like this part of the run, of the dungeon, because if you just keep running, he doesn't hit you.
Oh, really? It looks so scary.
Looks scary, but I have done this like, I don't know, 30, 50 times, and I have never gotten hit. I've never got hit.
Oh!
Yeah. It's near, but it's safe.
Just to wake yourself up again, you know? It's like you've been running this run for so long, blasting down these bosses, and then you're in this
We're gonna
thing
prepare now
trying to
for
shoot at
Nidra.
you.
To interrupt briefly because
Sorry.
chat has answered the call. The incentive is met.
Let's
You will
go.
be
I
using
never
only
doubted
fellow
chat for
application.
1 second, all right?
Let's
I never doubted you, chat. Let's go. All 4 incentives met.
Yeah, great
Legends.
job.
All
We
of
knew
you
how to
are
do it.
legends.
And I want to give special thanks to Kieran Cardin, who donated $100, and Brightmares, who donated $48.73 to get us there. Thank you all so much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so
Amazing
much,
support.
chat.
Let's see if Yori behaves.
Mm-hmm. This is pretty cool, hiding behind the tombstone to avoid those projectiles.
Now we need the backstab and... Okay. I just remembered I don't have the last part of the... Yep,
Oh,
that can happen.
That was
It's
scary.
part of the... Normally he doesn't do that and he just dies. But sometimes he likes to do that. I mean, he tries to attack always. Oops.
No.
Torrid, no!
Is this considered a hit? I mean, it's not from an enemy. I have...
No, I would
I
say no.
always had the...
I
I'm...
don't think so.
I mean, check your HP. If you're missing one
Yeah,
HP, then I guess
think-
yes.
I
but
mean, we can say
No.
no,
it's a
that's not.
stagger, but
I mean, it's not caused by an enemy. I mean, I think it's the same as when you get fall damage and torrent dies. It's not a hit. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm guessing it's the same. But
Interesting question, though.
Yeah, it's scripted.
Yeah. But I guess there was also a debate at some point in the Hitless community where if only Torrent gets hit, if that is considered a hit to the player as well or not. And it turns out that the player character actually takes one singular damage as well when Torrent gets hit. So to some extent, player and horse are connected, I guess. And so it is a hit.
Okay, Chad, what are your thoughts in this area? Do you like it? The frenzy flame zone?
I feel like it's just a little empty. I think the vibe is really cool and I like the mans, but I think the mans, it had so much potential and then it was kind of a small area and this madness area is kind of empty and I think they could have done a lot more with it and now it's just a lot of running
yeah,
for challenge runs. But of
right
course,
now there's
don't-
one on my right, but we can avoid him if we go around this big tree.
This is really precise. So if you follow this exact path, you will never get found by those enemies.
At least in my experience, and I have been here for quite some time. But yeah, at least in my experience, they never spot you.
Yeah, and those enemies are pretty scary because when they do see you, they teleport to you and
Yeah.
you can just parry them
You
or
can
run
beat
away.
them. So you
Yeah.
need to parry.
Yeah, exactly. And if they grab you, you're pretty much dead.
That's
In
the
that
reason why
version of horror.
everyone hates this place in their first run.
Yeah, for a first run, it's quite scary also. Because it's quite mysterious, dark, and you don't really know what to expect. But yeah, once you have already been here, it isn't that scary.
And you don't need the fragments, right?
No, we're fine with level 14. I could get it, but it's like a 2% buff, so it doesn't really help. I think there's 3 fragments, right, in this area? 2 on the charts
Church,
and,
yeah.
and 1 on 1-3 or something.
Yes.
Yeah, this house is really cool. I just wish it was a little bit bigger area.
Yeah.
It's been really awesome. I also don't understand why there's like 10 graces right next to each other in this and 10 shortcuts.
Yeah.
That was very confusing to me on my first playthrough. Was you unlock a shortcut and instead of it being very satisfying, it was like, oh, I was just at a grace though. And then there's another grace.
Someone asked in the chat if you can use Mimic's Veil in those enemies.
On what enemies? The guys that you have to parry them, or?
Yes. I think so.
I actually don't know. I have never been spotted by them, so I kept using this strat. Also, using Mimic Veil makes you much slower, so it's probably better to just use this and be running. But it's a good question. I don't know if any of you know the answer.
No, that was scary for a second.
Yeah, this guy is scripted also. And now this guy gets stuck here. But yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I kind of prefer that he just goes around, but he's always getting stuck there. Now I kill these guys behind the boxes just to make sure
How
they
you
don't
delete
follow.
everyone with the sorcery.
They normally don't spot you, but they one time followed me for a little bit, and I just prefer killing them. It's like 1 second, so.
Yeah, and I guess this far into the run, it's like you rather
Yeah.
take a few more minutes and be super sure that nothing weird happens.
Exactly.
Imagine losing a run because of that enemy.
Midra screaming.
Yeah.
Did you ever die to Midra's first phase? I did.
Yeah,
I did too.
I think almost everyone has died to that. No one wants to admit it, but but yeah, probably
I was
all.
gonna say, yeah. Everyone being exposed right now, dying to Midra first phase. You have to activate that lever as well to move that bookcase or
Yeah.
something like that, and be able to go to the next area. Oh, I've actually never been here.
Then you have never got the Nanaya's torch.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maybe on the randomizer.
On the randomizer, probably, yeah.
Here we are.
Okay, we are the boss.
Okay.
I believe Midra is the one with the more HP.
Yeah, he
the
has like 47,000 HP. He has 1k more HP than Radan, but he has less resistances, so he's not as tanky. You'll see now that he's not really tanky at all. Okay. Okay.
Remember, Chad?
Here we go. Scariest part now, Midra. First phase, little guy out for blood.
As I said earlier,
You
we're
have
gonna
to check out everything is okay, everything is right. The talismans, the crystal tears before the boss.
Yeah. As I said earlier, we're gonna use the insignia because killing the tiny Midra activates the killing one enemy thing. So it's better. This is I think a 20% damage buff. I'm not sure if it's 20 or 15. I think 20. But yeah, this one talisman was like 4%, so it's much better.
That's a huge increase for sure. In general, the DLC weapons and talismans all have been pretty strong.
Okay.
Please don't die to Midra's first phase.
First phase.
That would be tragic.
I just need to remember to change the seal to the staff. I have died to him by not changing.
Oh no. Nice.
He
The
made
hard
it.
part done. Let's go.
The hard part.
Now the easiest part.
Okay. Okay.
Let's
There we go.
go.
I thought you wanna. This... Oh my god, it was so short.
The
That's
thing with Midra is that normally I get the blood proc on the first hit, and he gets like staggered, so he gets the second hit much easier. Now he didn't get the blood on the first one, and I think there's an RNG where he can do a quick left hand attack and hit me. So that was scary. I think this happened to me like a long time ago. This didn't happen for a lot of time, but I think that was an option. Yeah, it didn't happen, so it's better this way. So now Putrescent Knight with Mikelan incantations, right?
Yeah.
How much time are we in?
You're at about 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Perfect. So this part is like 10-15 minutes, so it should be good. Unless I die a lot. Hopefully it doesn't happen.
Careful with those worms.
So yeah, we're gonna be changing the stats to faith and intelligence to use the seal to cast the incantations. So buy sorceries.
Buy sorceries, hello incantations.
Yeah. New build. Who this?
Okay.
Which do you like more? Sorceries or incantations?
I mean, I have not used much sorcery, much incantations. Sorceries, obviously, I have used a lot. But they are both kind of cool.
I saw Gino using incantations in his last run. They were so powerful.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of incantations that are viable. Sorceries, I think there's like 4 or 5. The rest are kind of bad. But yeah. Before, when I got the Gaius lance, I didn't get the Light of Mikela because I didn't want to spoil the last incentive because it wasn't.
Yeah, that was a good decision.
That's why I asked that there if they were gonna announce it because I wanted to get it. Okay. We need to change now the Physic to Holy Damage and Intelligence. And this to Light of Mikola.
I have to say I don't like the holy damage in this game, but I support you in this.
Maybe this will change your mind, you know? Maybe you'll see this and be like, whoa!
Well,
Now I want to try it.
Also, the talismans, I get the Fate ones, the holy damage ones. Out. Oh. And we should be good. Oh. Did I change to nighttime? I don't remember. I'm gonna do it just in case.
Yeah, better sure than sorry later on. Oh,
it takes a lot of time to get used to that. Change to nighttime every time. I forget a lot of time. A lot of times I forget to change
Roll.
to night, and I get hit.
The sheep rolled.
imagine getting hit to the sheep now.
One
you ever
time,
been-
I didn't get hit, but wait a sec. This is the item that we just got. Yeah, on this the Mikelan mark, this the cross of Mikela, this that is after Relana. There are two ships that one time passed right next to me, and I got so scared. Like, imagine losing a 6-hour run to that, to a ship. I mean, at least let me die to missing one time or something.
Mosquito or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even mosquitoes can aggro, but ships just dash randomly.
I remember one time when I was doing the All Remembrances no hit, a deer fell onto my head because it like walked off a
no.
cliff and
That
it
hurts.
hit me that way. I feel like everyone has to have some stupid hits happen to them sometimes though.
I mean, here running the DLC, I died like 3 times to full damage.
No.
Being already on the DLC, so yeah, between 5 and 7 hours runs. And that's the worst feeling. Dying to
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
be
Hope
careful.
died in his last game of the gold run by full damage in Elden Ring.
Oh,
That was
I
really
remember that.
yeah,
That
that's
was really
probably worse
sad.
than what I said.
Yeah. I remember that exact moment. That clip is so heartbreaking.
Okay.
So I guess during this part, the laser worms are the hardest part of
Actually-
or?
They are pretty easy with this incantation.
Very nice.
Also pretty cool to kill them with this. I'm gonna change to nighttime one more time because I don't want to. I don't even know if it works on a cave, but just in case, I always do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few caves where it definitely does affect nighttime and daytime. I definitely know there's one cave in Leonia in particular where enemies act different.
Okay, Chad, prepare to the party.
Whoa. Flashbang.
It's pretty cool doing the cave with this spell.
Yeah, that first guy has shoved me off the cliff a few times, so
Yeah.
I was very happy to see him die there.
Absolutely. No! It's safe.
Yeah, those fall planes are actually pretty cool. On that whole area, under that part, the stone part that breaks, fall damage is just completely disabled. So you could also just jump under that rock, and even though you don't fall with the breaking rock, you still won't
Yeah.
take fall damage, and you can do some crazy skips with that. Like you can
Nice.
pretty much have in Stormvale Castle in the base game, there's a really cool skip that you can do down to the Crucible Knight, where you pretty much land on one of those planes where the fall damage is disabled.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Is this safe?
Yeah, I mean, this is even safer. This guy doesn't aggro if you jump from here. If you come from there, I think he's scripted, but from here, he just doesn't care.
Now the laser worms are all
Whoa!
dead. Let's
At
go.
that range.
I'm gonna kill this one just in case. Okay.
No one is gonna feel sorry for those worms. Don't worry.
Pretty cool to kill them from here.
This is really cool.
Yeah, the range is actually crazy. Like the amount of space you have.
That guy shouldn't aggro. Yeah.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah. Getting through this area very nicely.
I don't know if he can aggro from here on, but I always kill him just in case. I want to find
Yeah.
out.
Makes sense. I mean, once again, so far into the run, you really don't want to chance it on something stupid.
Jumping here so they don't activate.
This looks pretty safe. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'm gonna refresh the duration of the physic.
Very smart. Making sure that the buffs don't run out so you don't get in trouble.
I mean, I think I can one-shot them anyways, but as always, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Oh. Interesting. So activating that skeleton so that it runs out and you can kill it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cool because the beams kill the remaining. Now that guy
That's
has
really
to
smart.
appear.
Boing.
And
Nice. Yeah, for
Very
anyone who
solid so
doesn't
far.
know, basically those skeletons are usually undead things you have to kill twice, pretty much, or you have to kill them, and then there's some fog on the ground that you have to hit again. And for this incantation, it just takes care of both. Very nice.
oops. Bye bye.
The poker strat, yay!
Goodbye.
Whee!
And this is
Whee,
the
that's so
second Mikelan incantation. We're gonna use it on the boss. If we got it
It's so funny
earlier,
how
we
it
could
just
have
runs
used it, but
I heard Protection Knight was really weak.
to holy damage, yeah.
To sacred damage, but is that really true?
Yeah, I think he has like minus 20% resistances or something like that. I don't remember now, but I think that was his resistances. So yeah, last part of the run.
Let's go.
As we get into it, I just want to encourage you all to keep on donating. It all goes to support the American Heart Association. Every little bit helps.
We should be all good.
Last boss of the run. Very hype moment. Let's go.
Let me double check just in case. What's the time right now?
You're at about 2 hours. Yeah, 2:17. 2 hours, 17
Okay,
minutes.
perfect. So I can die here like 3 times, right? Okay.
The first time you go in there, you can buff before the boss, right?
The first time you can buff. The second time Anon, he is instantly aggroed.
So you gotta be careful.
So yeah, I use this flower and that flower over there to know where to run. I run here to trigger him, and then run up to there to use the first spell.
That's very
Remember the
interesting.
flower
Using
chat.
those visuals.
Yeah, visual references are better than, I don't know, counting steps or something weird. We're on light roll. Okay, we should be good to go. I also use the drinking FP here to time it. 1, that's 2. And this should be it.
Let's go.
GG's.
Wow, GG!
GG.
Oh yeah.
GG, well done.
I
That
didn't
was
want to
really
do
incredible,
that.
chat.
GG's.
GG.
Amazingly
Amazing
done.
run.
Only one hit as
One
well.
hit
That's crazy.
on a
I mean,
bad
that's,
RNG on Radan. But yeah.
yeah, that's wild.
Radan, we hate you.
Yeah.
And I would be
Well,
remiss.
if it has to be on anyone, then of course there.
It has to be there.
And I would be remiss if I didn't thank chat for helping us meet every single incentive. We had 4 of them for this run, and we met all of them. So thank you all so much.
We have met every single incentive today, chat.
It's
Well
true.
done. Let's get some claps in chat.
Let's go.
Couldn't ask for a better chat.
Mm-hmm. Kinder, do you have any shout-outs?
I don't think I have.
Where can people find you on Twitch?
Twitch/kynderslime. That's just my name. I don't know if you have it pinged there, but
We do. Click on
Well,
the title chat.
there.
It should be in purple, the name, and you can follow kynderslime right now. Do it.
I'll try to do harder runs from now on. This was my 3rd run of my life. I only did 6 months ago Elden Ring any percent. Then like 3 or 4 months ago All Remembrances, and 1 or 2 months ago this All Legends. So starting starting strong.
I would not have guessed you were a natural.
Yeah, well done, Kinder. I remember the community's reaction was like, oh yeah, we're just going to go into all legends casually and get another world first. Same night.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
3rd Ryan world first. Pretty cool.
Exactly. Yeah, puppery or hyakujin. Any shoutouts you want to make real quick?
Well, I think they should follow Kinder because he is one of the greatest players of the community. But if you want me, I'm Hyakujin.
Awesome, puppery.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And yeah, if you're also looking for at the moment no hit but randomizer things, then yeah, you can, I guess, see what I'm up to at Puppery, but also definitely check out kynderslime and hyakujin and all the other amazing no-hit runners in Team Hitless.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
And real quick, before we take a break and get ready for our next run, I want to mention something that GDQ is doing next weekend. On October 11th through 13th, we're having a weekend event in support of those that have been affected by Hurricane Helene. So submissions are open for disaster relief done quick right now until October 6th. That is this Sunday, and the schedule will be released on October 8th. So go check that out, get your submissions in, look forward to that schedule. Very important event. Hope you all will support it just as you're supporting this. But that is going to do it for me this weekend. It has been an absolute pleasure to be hosting this event and to be working with Team Hitless and to support the American Heart Association. I've been Helix. Deadeyeeee, you got anything to say before we take a break?
No, but Helix was a pleasure to host with you. I will be wrapping up shortly after the break, but you have to deal with me a little bit longer, chat. I know, so terrible, but no. All jokes aside, yeah, it was so much fun and such a strong start to the weekend. So shout out to Helix and the behind the scenes. Shout out to Ray. Ray's also transitioning out of the producer seat. So everyone's been doing an absolutely fantastic job on the GDQ side. So some claps for GDQ because, like I said, none of this would be possible without them. And they are letting us use their space for our charity events. So thank you so much. And because we're a little bit short on time, I'm going to be real quick. Stick around. We are not done. We are going into Dino Crisis 2. Normal, any percent, no damage. Our runner will be Gunta2319. And our commentator is Carcinogen SDA. And we also will be getting a new host from the Team Hitless side, Mitch Riz, who will take over for me shortly after we get back from the break. And we will be announcing the incentive run donation amount right when we get back from break. So I can't wait to share it. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for the donations so far. We have raised $3,250. So thank you. And yeah, this is a wellness break. So if you need to get some water, stretch, use the bathroom, get some food, now is the time to do it. And we'll be back very shortly.
Yes,
thank you.
And Limey will be taking over for me, but keep on donating. You can donate even during the break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.